Okay, so you just come all the way up the head. Then you come over here and you go to the next section. Okay? You bring in a little bit of what you've already cut. If you fold it back, see how the little shorter hairs you've already cut show up? Are you seeing them? Mm-hmm. Then you just use those as your guide. Okay? You just cut along that. Okay? You just go all the way across the bottom till you get that nice blend. All the way up. I may not finish all yours either, maybe, but I'll finish it for you. I won't leave you this way, I promise. You see a little long one sticking out, you just need to go across there, grab it up, make sure everything's even. Okay, see how right in here, how nice and even that is now? You can see there's not like that line. Some of it I haven't finished cutting yet, but see the difference between where I have not cut and where I have? You get that nice, all this hair is now all the same length because we brought it up straight, you know, all close parallel to his head all the way up. And then I do the whole back before I start on the top, okay? You do one more over here. Boys' haircuts take a little more practice. The girls are easier because they have more hair. Guys, you have to just get brave. And the thing to do is just trim a little. Just do a little. And that way, you're not going to make a big mistake. If you cut 2 or 3 inches off their hair and then it's done wrong, it's wrong. Just cut a little at a time until you get the hang of it. And then as you comb it, you'll see it starts to fold together. See how nice it lays? And you know that it's even. You'll see long pieces if it isn't. Okay. All right, we'll get you sideways so I can show them the top.
Wait.
Yeah. All right. Then I like to do the top. Because as you go across the top, that gives you a guide for the sides. So you create guides as you go. So the back is now your guide for the front, for the top. So you just come straight up, and you're still following. See the shorter hairs here? That's your guide. You're just going to come across the top. Always keeping your fingers parallel to the top of his head. See, I'm not cutting that much off his hair because it doesn't need that much. Come all the way to the front. So you have your shorter, you got to hold it tight so you can see your shorter hair. It does take some finger strength. When I first started, my hands would ache and ache, don't they? When you first start learning, till you have to. My mom used to joke at me. I said, "Oh, I gotta get my fingers stronger." She's like, "Are you kidding me? What? Your fingers what?" I said, "It's stronger. It hurts your hands." So once you've gone all the way to the front, then you can take it sideways here. Do you see that? Your guide? Do you see the guide? And I just cut a little at a time. Patience, just like with the girl's hair. Don't try and cut too much at once. So you can see it as you go around. Follow the curve of his head. Come all the way down. Okay? You see it? You keep following the curve of his head and come all the way down. Okay? And you would just do that here, 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 all the way down the sides. And here, here on the other side. Randy's got a natural part, so we kind of follow. Your part is over here, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
You scared me there for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. How many of you want to know how to not cut their ears? It is easy to do. How to not cut an ear. And also how to not give them white balls. You ever seen a guy whose hair is cut too far above their ears and they got this big white ball thing going on? Okay. There's a trick to it. I didn't know there was a trick to it until I cut them wrong like a million times. See, those of us who like to cut hair, we do it in our own way until we actually learn how to do it. And then you realize, oh, well, that's how you do it. Comb it straight down, okay? But what a lot of people want to do is they comb it straight down and then they cut it. Well, if you do that, you're cutting it actually above their ears, okay? So I kind of part it off a little bit. Pull it straight down. Grab their ear and pull it down. Pull it down, and then see where the ear connects right here? Follow that around the ear. Grab the ear, pull it down, then follow the curve of their ear. Do the same thing. Fold it forward. Do the same thing in the back. And then when you're done, that you're right at the top of the ear. Then when the ear comes back up, then the hair is going to be resting right on their ear. Whereas opposed if you cut it up and over their ear, when you comb it back, it's going to be up and over their ear. Whereas if you do it this way, you get that nice right across the top of the ear. Okay? So the trick is you pull the ear down and follow right in here around. Then you just do the same thing. Some guys like the sideburns, so you just have to ask them how long they want their sideburns. Randy likes just a little bit, but you do the same thing. You pull the ear down and use that same point of reference to cut the sideburn. Otherwise, it'll be too long. Too short. So you pull the ear down. Use that ear as your guide and come straight across. And you got that nice, right across the top of the ear. Does that make sense? Any questions there? Pull the ear out of the way. And you also won't cut it that way. Because for some reason, the scissors love to grab this part of the ear. For some reason, the tip of the scissors. First one I ever did to was my brother. Cut the fire, it bled like crazy. And he says, well, it's free, so I'm not going to complain. I said, good enough. So then also when you do that, you've also then created a guide again. So when you lift the hair up, see the shorter hair that you've cut? Now becomes your guide as you go up the side. You're going to bring it forward. And as you get here to the front, comb it straight across. You see that point we have there? We want that to come off because you want it to go straight forward. You use the corner right here as your guide. And you're just going to come straight down. Just cut these little ends off. Okay? And then you got your nice taper on the side. Doesn't look nice. Randy's got nice hair anyway, though. Randy's hair is really easy to cut.
So what do you do when they don't have nice hair? My boys have this thick, like, stick out straights. Or, yeah,
coarse hair.
The front goes this way and the back goes this way. You can't part it, and it's really coarse.
Clipper cuts are the best way to go.
Butcher.
Not butcher, you clipper cuts.
Yeah.
Buzz cuts go good.
I just chop it off. But they can't comb it. And then if it's like so long before it's, you have to like
spiky little
hairspray and just, okay, blow dry it to get apart but then the back seems like they like it really short, around their neck and ears.
Now I would just take, like I said, the clippers and do the neck and over their ears, about so much all the way around, and then
let the rest long.
If you're going to do like a military cut with your clippers, you bring your clippers straight up. Don't follow the curve of their head. You follow the curve of the head, you might as well just clipper the whole head. You just cut straight up. As the head curves in, you just keep going straight up all the way around, and then either scissor cut or flat top part of it.
But what's clipper cut? What did you?
Like if you're doing like a military cut, where they want a clipper cut all the way up the side, with the top a little longer. Just make sure as you bring your clippers, you bring it straight up. Don't follow the curve of their head. Once their head starts to curve, you keep going straight up.
That's what you call.
Yeah, and then you would just either cut it or clipper hair or like flat top the top of it. Now, bang. Randy has talent.
Oh, it's just that.
A lot of people do, so sometimes you can't always just, on a man especially, you can't just cut it straight across, because if you do, you end up with like, it looked like I cut it across and then went, you're out like this and cut a little hole out in here. So a lot of times, since Randy's part falls here, I usually kind of comb it to the side to cut his bangs, because of the way his hair falls right here. You have to kind of go with the cowlick a little bit. Just bring it. Curl, Randy.
Okay, you know where to go.
This is when a little bottle of spray conditioner is good, sprayed on there, not help it.
It was worth it to have Christine.
You're right.
What'd you say? Oh.
He was apologizing for his curls.
Oh yeah, it was worth it.
Okay. Now you see that even though I kind of have it pulled to the side, it looks straight because I'm compensating for the cowlick. If I force this cowlick down and cut it the same length as all the others, then when it springs back up, it's going to look like I cut it shorter. So I bring it over here. Cut his hair kind of to the side. I have to do braids the same way. My nephew, he's got the same thing. Don't do the eyebrows. Now just hold still. As soon as you get those straight, they always lift their eyebrows and that's everything else. Okay. And then you just bring it across. And even though I haven't combed to the side, you see how now it looks all nice and straight. You have to kind of just compensate. He's got one over here too, so if I pull it over here, I'm cutting this a little longer too, it compensates for where it wants to pull up. Then, I gotta get behind you. You want to just pull it, yeah, squirch down there. Pull it straight up. See your guide, see where, if I push it down, see the hair pops up that you've already cut. Can you see that? That's your guide. Cut straight across. Everything here you're going to pull straight up. Because this is the very front. And you get that nice. See how nice it lays there on the front? And see, now his little cowlick doesn't look, it comes up nice without looking like I cut it too short. Okay? And then I usually bring his just straight across his part. And just trim it. Those are the basics.
Do you have a suggestion on a good pair of scissors?
You can get a good pair of scissors for $20, $30 at Sally's. I mean, now, they're $20, which some people think are cheap because professional hairdressers will spend $200, $300, $400 on a pair of scissors, but that's their livelihood and they use them every single day of their life. I spent $40 on these at Sally's and they're awesome. They're sharp. Now, some of the cheaper ones that are $20, you can't like sharpen them, but for $20, by the time they get dull, you can get you another pair of $20 scissors for as often as you're going to use them, because it's not like you use them every single day. So you can go to Sally's and get your really good pair of scissors. I like these that are offset because they fit your hand better. They're comfortable. But you can get them at Sally's. Some people say, oh, cheap scissors. Well, if you're just going to cut your family's hair, all you need is a sharp pair of scissors. That's all you need. I don't like the long ones. Some have like a really long blade. I will inevitably cut my knuckles with them because you're cutting hair back here, but the tip of the scissors are clear out here, and then you get your knuckles. I get the little short ones just because I have small hands anyway. But really, that's all it is. You're going to cut the back, cut the top, your sides, and the front. If you just follow those little tricks around the ears, and like I said, it just takes a little practice.
So do you do the same thing from where his part is to the other side on this side?
As I come across here, I'm going to pull this straight up,
You're going to do that?
straight up,
Okay.
then I'll follow the curve of his head around,
Okay.
and around, and around. It's all angles, like this, and like this. You just follow the shape of their head. And that's how you just get, it's just what I call the little boy cut. It's just even haircut all over the head. That's it. And then you take your clippers or